So how was the feeling? How was your grandmother after she realized that you have finished school and you have passed?
Oh, she was so happy. She couldn't believe it. You know, the number of E's she saw, she couldn't believe it. Even I couldn't believe it.
You didn't believe it's you.
I'm sure with my girl was like, how did I do this? But I was telling my friends, I can't believe it. I can't, but I'm finally here. I'm happy. I'm wearing the gown. Yeah, so I'm so happy even for the gifts I'm about to receive. Because, you know, after you graduate, you'll be rich for some months because of the gifts.
Yeah, you get gifts. And by the way, not all people get gifts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you got gifts, you're just very lucky.
Hey, me, I was given so much cash.
Yeah,
so
karibu wa kurudisha tena kwa party life.
Manze. But your cash.
Wow, now that you have graduated in early 2021 or late 2021? July. That's mid 2021.
Yeah.
Now you graduate. Now you go back to Shags. Where did you?
I'd never go back to Shags. Nikaboeke. I've been a city girl for 4 years. I go back to cows and chickens.
That was not you.
No. So after graduation, I was just chilling, enjoying life. I don't know what's wrong with me because, you know, I had gotten a government job. It was judiciary.
Yeah.
And I never turned up for the interview.
You're not serious?
Yeah. Oh, my grandmother was so pissed.
Yeah, because it's even shocking because there's so many millions of Kenyans who
I used to get, like, I'd apply even. There's a time I got a letter from KRA. I never turned up. Kenya Power, I never turned up.
Yeah.
And then the last one was now the judiciary. Yeah, so, actually I did go for the interview, but I think walinituma place sikuwa nataka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you just let it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, did you get any other job maybe from 2020?
I never even looked. Honestly, I was never looking.
So you were literally staying in Nairobi without doing nothing.
Yeah.
So at this time,
to
where
be
were
honest,
you staying?
Yeah.
So, this time, where were you staying after graduate?
With my mom. I was staying with my mom for a while, and then I moved to my cousin's house because my mom was now becoming strict, and me, I wanted a good life, so I just moved to. I went to my cousin's house.
Yeah. I understand. By the way, if you've been exposed to this kind of living your own way, having your own space, and then parents want you back just to be around them. Sometimes can be very hard for you to adapt to that kind of an environment. And I get you when you say like you never wanted to be in that kind of a situation.
Yeah.
So now you've graduated, you've stayed all of 2021, 2022 comes in. Now, can you maybe tell us how did you start the journey to relocate to the US?
So one day I was going, before that judicial interview, whatever, I went to school, to KU. Then I met a good friend of mine. He's in Alabama. He was like, he was showing me a certain funding from from a certain loan lender. I don't know the name of the lender, and a sponsor students to come to the US. So I got, he showed me the amount of funding he received, and I was like, hey, where did you get this from? And then he told me it was in a certain program, Kenya Lift program. So I was interested. And that day I joined KAP, by the way. So
that's when you joined, the same day that
the same day, because I called my auntie in America, we talked, and then my auntie was like, I know Bob. In fact, let me talk to him now. Little did I know I was in a certain group called Kenya Lift program, and then we started the relocation because actually they wanted me to join the regular program because I got a B+ and I was so good. Anyway, my grades were good, but me knowing myself, I was like, math, I don't want to do, I can't stress myself with mathematics again. So, and I remember DMK was like, why don't you want to join the regular program and you qualify for the regular program? And I told him straight, I don't want to stress myself with GMAT.
Oh, wow. Now, before we just continue, in our previous sessions that we had with other students who have managed to relocate to this place, they also say that they come through the same program called the Kenya Airlift program. So guys, this is another witness, this is another living testimony that through the program. And all we say in this session, because we are not paid to do an advertisement for that, but what we are saying that it's a good program because that's like most of students that I've come across, including myself, we came through the same program.
Yeah.
So it's upon you as our viewer, if you would like to come and further your studies here, just go and look for this Kenya Airlift program. You can just look on the website, and also you can look for Bob Mweti, who is the founder to this program, and then see what he's selling, whether it matches what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And if it is, then you can give it a shot. So now you joined KAP. Then your auntie talked to Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I joined the program. I think it was late December. Yeah, so, and that's how I came here. Or you want to know the details of...
Yeah, because you said you never did the GMAT.
Yeah, I never did. Or what they did is they applied to different schools. I got admitted to Alabama.
Yeah.
And I got admitted to GVSU. And Illinois University rejected my application. So I was like Alabama, GVSU, and then I chose Alabama because I had a lot of folks who were there.
Yeah.
And then my auntie was like, no, don't go there. Michigan is better. That's how I ended up without a cosigner, because the loan that was supposed to sponsor me to go there
required a cosigner.
Yes, and I didn't have one. So that's how I joined GVSU, because they didn't require a cosigner, and it was much easier.
Yeah, sure. Because I have so many people who have been asking me on social media, like, how do you get these scholarships, these loans to come and study here? There are so many lenders that are giving these student loans at an interest, and some lenders will require you to have a cosigner. Some other lenders will not. So it's upon you to do a research and see, depending with the university as well, because there's some university that will require, if you're using a student loan, to have a cosigner, right? And the others will not. So if you that kind of a person who thinking about in that line, you can just give it a shot and try and see which university you want to come and study, and the program that you want to come and study, and also see the kind of lenders that are allowed in that university. So Michelle, now you are in for Grand Valley State University. How was your visa application? Like, how did it go?
I mean, it wasn't that hectic for me, because the first time I tried getting the dates, they were full till 2023. But then I didn't get one. And then the second time I checked, they were still full. That time I did that. And then the other week I checked, I got a date for 23rd August. And my school was starting 21st August. So, and the school had said, you'll be here by 5th September. So I was cool with my dates. But then I had people, sorry about that.
It's no problem.
It's an iPhone. To be clear. And then I had people expediting their dates. So I expedited mine. And I got a date, 2nd August. Yeah, that was the date I got. And then, and then I did. Do you want to hear about the interview process?
Not really. Like, did you have like any challenges maybe during the interview, or maybe did you find that process to be very hard for you? How was it?
The process wasn't really that hard. I remember, though the hard thing was, I woke up early in the morning. It was so cold. I think it was, August. You know, the way July is cold, and then August was still cold. I think it's all the remaining cold of July. So I got up so early. I didn't sleep that previous night. I was so frightened. I really wanted to get a visa. So I went to the embassy, and it was extremely cold. I was cold inside the body. I was frightened. So I got to... So...
You're funny.
So I was frightened and cold. I was even like this. So, and then, I don't know if there's a certain lady who used to deny people visas. I remember sitting there, and then she called me. She was like, come. I looked with this eye. I saw her doing like this, but I pretended I was looking that side. So she was like this, and I was like, I pretended looking at someone. And then I got so pissed because the lady was like, you've been called over there. I was like, oh God, no. So I just went there, and then she asked my name, the school I was going to, the number of units I was going to take, and if I have a job, and that's it. And then I saw a blue paper. I wanted to faint down. I didn't even know how to open the doors after that, because I was, I was like, Guys, I have a blue paper. I was even showing the soldier. And then I think we were pushing the door like this. So I was doing like this.
Yeah, I understand the excitement when especially you get that blue slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of students, not only students, a lot of Kenyans are being denied visas.
Yeah.
And sometimes with no even valid reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I get their pain.
Yeah, yeah, and it is very competitive when you go to the embassy. You see the huge queues that are there. People wake up very early in the morning only to be denied the visas.
Yeah.
And now here is you now you've met the lady who used to deny people visas.
Yeah, but what I'd say is I was confident though, because I was looking at her like, I was told when you go there be confident, even if you don't know your name, say you're Jane and look at her like this.
Yeah.
That's what I did, by the way.
Yeah,
I was like this, let's look at each other, let's see. So what's your name? Michelle.
So you're very confident at that very moment.
I'm not always confident. I was confident at that moment. Yeah. Because it was, I knew it was a make or destroy. So I had to be confident.
There are these people maybe who will want to know, these people who are still trying to find their way in through the embassy, leave alone even the school applications and getting the admission and all this stuff. The people who've done that and maybe they're listening to you, they're watching you, and they in that point whereby they've been denied visas, what would you tell them to encourage them? Because going to the visa, it doesn't mean that you're so intelligent for you to get the visa.
Yeah.
So what would be your word to them?
Honestly, I wasn't also so good at, people used to have this good English, this good stamina. But me, the thing I did is I prayed and I still do pray a lot. My number one person is God. I mean, God and practicing the equations and all that.
Yeah.
You can't just say, God, I am going with you, go help me, I will conquer this, and you haven't even practiced anything.
Yeah, sure.
So I just practiced, I just joined some Telegram groups, Zawaindi, and I saw the questions they were being asked by different consulars.
Yeah.
And then I practiced those questions, and I practiced and still prayed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's all about practice and prayers. As of you, like that's what worked for you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because they are very, very
and also confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah. By the
Basically,
confidence is key.
number one. Confidence, because you have to be very confident, because you have to convince this consular why he should give you the visa. Yeah, and I believe that's something that people doesn't get when they go there. You already freak out, and then by the time you're there, he already knows that you're not confident enough.
Yeah.
And the Americans are very confident.
Yeah, even up to now, there are some Americans who speak with confidence.
Yeah.
So you have to be very, and you don't need to go with the attitude, hii kitu napata, it's 100%. May I say I'm going with a 50-50 attitude, knowing that if I don't get the visa, it's okay, my life will move on. If I get it, it's okay. So I was 50-50. I wasn't that, hii kitu naenda kupata, hii ni yangu. No, I wasn't like that. Yeah,
I think people should have this kind of mentality. Like, it's not the end of the road for you to come here, because I've heard so many people saying that I was denied visas like 4 times. They get denied visas, but finally a focused and also determined heart will always go for what it wants. Yeah, so if you're going for any interview, maybe you're going for any kind of visa, even if it's not an American visa, just go with that mentality that I might get is a 50-50 chance, I might get or not. And if I don't get it, then it's not the end of the road.
Oh, and don't tell people you're going for an interview.
Yeah, because that is one mistake that people do.
Kila mtu kwa village anajua she's going to America, and then the next month they are seeing you there. They're like, wait, what happened? So you don't tell people your stuff. Maybe they'll know after you get the... And basically that's life in general. When you're going maybe for a big interview, you don't tell people until you get the good news.
I think that's something that people miss, especially when they are too much overexcited. Yeah, because I remember something of that kind happened to me when I had to tell like everybody I'm going to the US in January, and then it happened that I didn't manage, and then everybody was like, why are you still doing here? Yeah, so it's good like when things are all done, then you can then break the news. Now,
Yeah.
having been raised by a grandma, who I think she was so close to you, now here comes that you're leaving the country.
Yeah.
How was her reaction to that?
You know, first of all, my grandmother, I don't think she wanted me to come to the US because she would be lonely. But so she was like looking for a job for me.
Yeah.
And still there's this offer of going to the US.
Yeah.
So she was like, wow, so you're really going to the US? Is that what you know, the US people are so lonely. It's really,
Yeah.
you work there. In Kenya, you can have a good life and a good job. So what do you really want? And then I said, I'll go. And then she was like, you really need counseling. Come to Meru next week and then I'll take you for counseling.
Yeah.
Don't want you to go there and start drinking alcohol and enjoy life.
Yeah.
So, but I went to Meru, we talked, she gave me good counsel. And honestly, I'd say coming to America that's when now I started changing my life.
Yeah.
At Chana campus or high school and all that, that transition into the US, that's when now I changed my life for good. And I said, I'm not going back to the party life and all that. So, yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. So finally she agreed you to move and leave the country.
Yeah.
I believe she might be missing you very much right now.
She calls me like every other time.
Wow.
But now with the time difference, so it's hard. I'm working, she's asleep.
You've
But we find time to communicate.
Wow, you've mentioned something very, very important. Time difference.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost losing all my Kenyan friends. It's a very huge matter here because when you try to tell people like, now I'm going to class, that's the time they're going to sleep. And then when you're waking up, that's the time they're sleeping.
Yeah.
So it becomes a very big topic. I don't know whether it has affected your relationship with your friends in any way, because for my case, my friends right now thinks that I don't have time for them.
Yeah.
And when you try to explain to them, it becomes a very huge thing for them to understand. So has it affected you in a way?
Yeah, I mean, back in Kenya, I was dating before I came to the US. But then that certain guy used to be, giving me enough time.
Yeah.
You're not video calling me as much as you used to. Communication has greatly reduced.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was draining me emotionally.
Yeah.
It got to a point I started doing therapy in school because I felt like I was going crazy. I had a lot of pressure from school, from relationships.
Yeah.
So after talking with my counselor and all that, that's when I decided to just let it go. Because we both agreed it was draining me emotionally. Because now after school, I'm so tired I had not to create time and call him. He's not picking up. He was doing something. I'm asleep. He calls me at 12 when I'm asleep. And I'll remember I'm waking up at 5 to go to work.
Yeah.
So communication was a huge barrier. I felt like loving myself more. I said, Michelle, I love you so much. I can't let you go through this. Whatever you're going through. That's when I decided to just let it go. I just live my life and try to be better. I said I won't drain myself emotionally.
Yeah. Sure, I understand. I understand when you say that, because there is a lot of pressure here, and especially when you're in your grad school, there's a lot of workload that you have to balance here and there, and then maybe someone who especially when you're in a relationship back in the country, you're still trying to find time for that, and then
also my family,
and also even your family, you find that you even spending like almost like 2 weeks without talking to them. And then if you keep on getting this kind of pressure now and then, it can be very, very deteriorating in terms of your health. Yeah,
and if you don't work here, you won't be able to pay rent. If you don't study, you won't
be in status.
Yeah.
So guys, you have your boyfriends and girlfriends here in the US and your family members. Sometimes it's not like they don't want to talk to you. It's because of the time differences. And I think here people are more of work oriented. Americans do work. They do work, and their system of work is structured in a way that you can work based on your hours. And you might find that the hours you're supposed to work, maybe sometimes you have to sacrifice your classes, or maybe you don't have to necessarily sacrifice your classes, but you have to create time for your classes and your work as well.
Yeah.
So guys, understand us when we are here, when we say that don't have time to talk at the moment, mtuelewe manzi. It's not easy.
Oh, and money. Please, we are limited to working 20 hours.
Only 20 hours for the graduate students.
Oh God.
Don't worry.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Tell them we are doing an interview. Is your mom?
Yeah, it's my auntie.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll just talk to her. I was doing a certain podcast. Sorry,
Okay.
auntie. I love you so much.
Okay, no problem. That's it. Because here as a grad student, or let's say just like if you're an international student, you're only limited to work for 20 hours.
Yeah.
And working those 20 hours, you don't work them like maybe on one day or like 2 days. You have to work on a certain shift.
Yeah.
So we try as much to utilize the 20 hours that we have, at least to be able to pay our bills here.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not easy.
Yes.
So guys, people are going through a lot here, and you've just heard from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Now, Michelle, you've been here, and now the semester is gone. It's now 4 months down the line since you came here in the US. How has life been in the US? How was the reception here? Have you made some maybe friends, the white friends here? How is life generally here? Tell us now, life in school, how has it been now being a graduate student here? Now, which is being a very different experience than being an undergraduate back in the country. How was this kind of transition for you, and how were the classes for you up to the end of the semester? Maybe if you don't mind sharing that with us.
Well, here classes are so tough. You have to study each and every week. You have to do
before that,
assignments.
maybe let me just interject you. Like when you go to Grand Valley University, what were you admitted? Which program were you admitted in?
Oh, Master of Science in Cybersecurity.
So now you're doing cybersecurity. Well, how is it? That's a technical course.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's so interesting how hackers work. Actually, I admire their work, but I'll try to stop them. If you're a hacker, I'm coming after you.
Yeah,
but
you want to be an ethical hacker.
Yeah.
I hear there's those kind of types of hackers.
Yeah, and mostly I want to be on the side of defend.
Oh, okay.
Because defending doesn't have a lot of coding and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm more interested in the defense system than, honestly, more than the hacking and all that. Because defending, I'll be able to stop the hackers and all that. But cybersecurity is a very interesting course.
Wow. Now,
now,
based on what you said you did in your undergraduate, and now you're doing cybersecurity here, those are two different fields.
Yeah.
Like, did it take you long to adapt into this now science field? How was it?
It wasn't that tough because back when I did public policy, I did some IT related what do we call them? In Kenya, we call them units.
Yeah, units.
Yeah, I did, was it information system? Also did a computer certificate back then.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that hard transition. And apart from coding, because it was new to me.
Yeah.
But we did also cybersecurity policies, of which I've done policies back in undergrad. So it wasn't that hard for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's a good field that you can encourage someone to try.
Yeah.
Wow, I had another student who is actually almost graduating, and he shared a lot about cybersecurity and some of the job markets that are available at the moment. It's a good field for someone who wants to get into the tech industry, the science industry. Please, you can check it out, cybersecurity. Right. Now, a semester is down. And the last time that I remember we talked with you, I think you were one of the students who were lucky to get a graduate assistantship, right? How was the feeling?
That coming.
Yeah. How was the feeling? How was the feeling?
It was nice. Okay, the feeling was, I don't know what to say, but it was nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to seem like I'm ungrateful, but it was so nice. But I'd gotten another job that was paying $14 per hour, so I was making my... But I saw in the end the GA is better because it pays my school fees.
Yeah.
So I stopped looking for short terms goals in the long end.
Yeah.
Is it in the long end or long term?
Whichever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the GA is good because
Yeah, sure.
it will help me grow
Wow.
but it aligns with the career path that I want for myself.
Yeah,
So
sure.
firstly, I'm grateful because it will help me grow.
Yeah.
Secondly, I won't have to pay any student loan.
Yeah.
And thirdly,
Yeah.
I won't have to wake up early in the morning to go to work.
Wow. There's so many people have been asking me about, like, when you get there, is it possible to get a graduate assistantship? Is it possible to get a scholarship? Now you've heard from the horse's mouth, and also we had another previous session of someone who also got a GA in the same university here. So it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. Now it's just having to keep on trying because they're very competitive. They're very competitive. So when you get a chance, just give it a shot and try, because you never know. You might be a lucky winner for the chance.
Yeah.
Now, that's interesting. You have a very interesting story. Now,
Yeah, but if I got a GA, also you can at least, even if you feel like this GA is for geniuses, and remember, I'm just an average girl.
Yeah.
So if you really want to go for that GA, you can just say if Michelle got that GA, and the way she jokes a lot, I can also get it. So.
But I don't think she jokes a lot, because her life is very serious. It's very serious, and it's very interesting, Michelle, to have you in this platform. I believe someone who will be watching you, watching this podcast, would be. There's so many people who have the same kind of a story like you have, and maybe they are very willing to come to this other part of the world, or even not necessarily in the United States of America, maybe a different country in the world, because there's so many people, there are so many countries that are offering these chances and these offers. There is that girl who grew up in the same way that you grew up, and has aspirations that you have, that you had now, and maybe she doesn't believe that one day she will find herself to be in a position that you are in. So what word would you maybe tell that kind of a person as we wind up the show?
Keep dreaming. Okay, is it coming up? As in, don't kill those dreams. First of all, in this life, in everything you do, approach it with humility. That's my first advice. Even at school, even if you feel like you're not good enough, just do your best. Hata ukipata hiyo D, hata ukipata hiyo E. Unajua ulisoma, you'll go far. And then ukienda high school, just try your best. You know, it's just trying. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get A's. You just have to try. And I believe that little effort, God will do the rest. Personally, I didn't get A's, and what I did is I just tried. And then the rest, I think God topped it up for me. And also in this life, I really try to be humble, because I know people who are really humble, they get good stuff in life. If you're so, shaisikalia juu mgoje chini, or something of the sort. That's a philosophy I've always learned in this life. And my daily prayer always is, God create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. And also help me to be humble, because I know he uplifts those who are humble. I've also seen friends, like I have a very good friend here, he's called Mordecai. He's married to a white angel, let me say that. But the way he approaches life is with humility. And basically, and he has such a good life, but kama uko na dream ya kukuja majuu, isikufe. Mimi nilinyimwa Alabama, nilikuwa like, you know what? I'm done trying. Nimeachana na hii maneno yote US, ache iende, mimi sitaki. And then nikajambia sasa sinijaribu, I just try another university and see what happens. And then now my dream started. He revived my dream of coming to the US again. Basically, don't give up. Even if you're studying, you get a E. You know what? You tried. See, by the way, you know me, I'm so poor at directions. I normally tell my friends, ama hawa watu maybe wanasomanga, ninakataa kuingia, si shida yao, ni akili yao tu. Because mimi unaweza niambia, Michelle, tukienda shule, enda na hii njia straight and then you'll get there. Nitafika hapo na nisahau, akili nakataa kuregister. But you know what? I just try. Hii maisha tu ni kujaribu, kuwe humble.
Sure, and the rest you leave it to God.
Nimejirudia mara tatu, hata ni ya mwisho. Be humble. put God first.
Yeah.
Do your best. Never give up.
Yeah.
Keep on trying.
Wow, that's a very interesting and amazing shout out that you have just talked to that young girl or young boy who is watching you.
Manze, keep on, usi give up. Hata hiyo E.
Hakuna ku give up.
Uendelee ukipata hizo E zako sita, ni zako ulizisomea, ukazipata. Enda to the next.
And it's not the end of the road.
Na si mwisho wa dunia.
Yeah, sure. Now maybe I have 2 more last questions. What do you miss in Kenya? Like, what do you miss in Kenya?
No, let me start. I miss matumbo. Yeah.
I did not expect that. I did not see that coming.
I miss matumbo. Because here I go and ask fellow Americans, do you eat cow's intestines? Are they cow's intestines? Do you eat cow's intestines? And they're like, ew, no, that's so disgusting.
I think it's not even legal for you to slaughter your own cow or your own goat here.
Yes.
Yeah, so it has so many legal issues.
Yeah. Na miss matumbo, kaugali hivi and skuma. Skuma legit.
Yeah, zile.
Ile yenye unaenda unaambia mambaga nikatie ya 10. But then funny enough, those times we used to go and buy skuma for 20 shillings and we thought we were so broke.
Yeah.
But here, and it was the healthiest food you'd come across.
Sure.
Here, the healthiest food you'd come across is pizza. You eat beans which are canned, the next day umeamka umechomeka esophagus yote. I don't know, I just miss food from home.
Oh, wow. Michelle misses matumbo.
Nikikuja Kenya.
You guys wenye wanajua kama tunaweza pata matumbo around here. I know we have Americans around here who knows where maybe we can get this matumbo for Michelle. Mnaweza weka hapo kwa comment section and then we'll be able to tell Michelle where she can get matumbo. Ugali, already we have ugali here, so
but it doesn't taste like the one.
It doesn't taste like
it doesn't have that
yellow.
You know, our ugali from home, it's so nutritious. It has that yellow. Was it called epidermis or dermis or what?
I'm lost there.
There's that white covering and then there's a yellow thing. No ugali from here has only that white stuff, which is not nutritious at all. It's just, even if you consume it, it's just a waste.
Yeah. So
you just get fat, basically.
Basically, like food stuff here, it's a bit challenging to adapt to because there's so much into canned food, and what Michelle is saying is very, very, very true. And now, thank you very much, Michelle, for having time to come and talk in this space that we believe that someone will get inspired and someone will be able to learn 1 or 2 things out of your experience.
Me, I'm inspiring you guys. Mimi, I was raised by my grandmother peke yake. Okay, my mom alikuwa, pia my mom, let me say that.
Yeah.
But mimi ni dem, siwezi sema nilikuwa tichopi ati mimi ni mtu wa nenda vada masijui wapi kunaendangwa.
Yeah.
But what I did in this life is I kept on trying.
Wow.
Hata nikifail nikipata D, nikoenda naambia Mungu asanti D. Mimi unajua venye nimeteseka kuipata.
You worked for it.
D nimeiwakia na nakwambia asanti.
Yeah.
We move on to the next. I will keep on trying.
Yeah.
Hata ndio niende national school kwa nini nadhani nilipata 400?
Yeah. What did you get?
I got 327 marks.
Wow,
but I just told God I thank you for these marks. On to the next step of, I didn't niko feel vibaya sikupata hiyo 400 though.
Yeah.
But you see, I went to a national school.
Hey, wewe ulikuwa chopi already kama ulipata hiyo. Mimi nikikwambia what I got, you'll be shocked. But that's a story for another day. So, our last question in the show usually is like where do you see yourself in the next like 5 years from now?
Where I see myself, honestly, I want to be first of all, I'm a career woman.
Yeah.
Mimi si mtu ati niolewe nichunge watoto 10 wanalia huko. No. I'm a career woman. I want to be successful. I want to exit in this life. So I want to be a very great cyber defense woman.
Wow.
Maybe I want to have my own cyber defense firm, or even if I'm employed, it's in a very big company.
Yeah.
But that's where I see myself. Also see myself sort of maybe married. I want to be an inspiration to young women out there.
Yeah.
I want to empower people. I want to empower women like me who don't come maybe from good, well-up families.
Yeah.
I want to be an inspiration to them. Also want to be a voice to them. Like even coming here to the US and getting jobs that maybe white people get and you can't get.
Yeah.
You'll be like, if Michelle got that job where she's working with white people, I can also try my best and I can also get it.
Yeah.
I also want to show people in this life, you don't have to be proud of yourself. You just need to be humble, approaching everything. You need to try and have a good heart in everything that you do. Sure. You need to be generous, help others where they can't help themselves. And by that, you will feel, your heart will smile. Hata si hapa, your heart will. Ujua when you're good here, itatoka nje.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, I want to be that person people are looking up to. And I want to be that firm foundation for people.
Wow, that's so beautiful. That's so sweet to hear. And I believe that you as you say, I wish you all the best in your aspiration. And I believe that they will come to be. And I love the confidence that you have. I love the drive that you have. And I love the way that you want to be like a mirror to other people, maybe in the society, and also giving back the society. And that girl child who is saying like, oh, cybersecurity is a technical, it's a male-dominated field. Now Michelle is here to let you know that it's possible, it's doable. She never did any IT-related undergraduate course, but now she's here doing cybersecurity. So it's possible. And girl child, it's a challenge for you. This is a field that you can come and try and give it a shot. She has confirmed that it is easy, it's sweet, it's amazing. So thank you very much, Michelle, for having time and come to this show. We really appreciate, and I believe they'll be calling you again later, maybe in the year, just to know how life is moving on. I believe that this is not your last time to be on the show.
Oh, it's not. I'll be here encouraging you again after I go another milestone in this thing called life.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be here to encourage you all. I can't wait to also see you being hosted in this podcast before this show blows up. Wow. That's a very interesting point. And thank you very much because I know God has his way of doing things, and I believe that we'll be happy. I wish I can talk more to you guys. I wish I can sit down with you here so that you can see my life hasn't been perfect. But it's a girl who is just trying to live life with the various challenges that come with it.
Yeah. Wow, thank you very much. I don't even have words to say thank you enough, but I know that my listener and my viewer are very impressed by what you're doing, and we wish you all the best, Michelle. And thank you very much once again for joining Jesse Pod Session. Until we meet again, guys, don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, subscribe to him. He's a really great gent. He should also tell us his story. I don't want to interview him, but
no, I think you can interview me one day.
I'll interview him.
Yes. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also
he's also a young gentleman who is trying to grow. So subscribe.
Yeah, share that link. Share that link so that we can be able to preach this gospel to a very good number that maybe it needs this kind of information. And if you have any question that you would like to know as far as maybe education is concerned and maybe US life is concerned, don't forget to put it on the comment section, and I'll be able to reach out to you. And again, I'll also leave do you have any Instagram or maybe social media handle?
Yes, I have.
Would you like people to reach out to you?
When you look at my Instagram, I'm still motivating you.
Oh, wow. Wow. So we can put your handle on the comment
section. You can.
Wow.
I think you have it.
Oh, wow. Yes, I have it. I'll be dropping her Instagram handle, so there you can follow her, and also you can talk to her, and maybe she can answer more questions maybe in a different way than in this session. So until we meet again, have a lovely time, and may God bless you. See you next time.
See you.